Hello, and welcome to the Asylum. I am your host, Don, and with me today at Jeremiah's home is Jeremiah.
And we're talking a movie that is so married to its influences that it came out to mock bust a very colorful racing movie, complete with ninjas, complete with Vikings, destruction, crazy driving, awesome cars,
Explosions.
Christina Ricci, John Goodman.
Christina Ricci causes a different kind of explosion.
And this movie has none of that and isn't actually based on that because it's more Fast and Furious?
Ish. We are, of course, talking about the absolute classic that is Street Racer.
You know, though, if this is Fast and Furious, they have Fast and Furious mockbusters we have not yet covered.
Well, we were supposed to cover one, but it didn't happen because we can't find it.
Oh, yes. But like, if this is the Speed Racer one, what the heck is their Fast and Furious one?
Maybe it's more like Speed Racer.
Or that Road Wars.
Yeah, fantastic. Mad Max. So this movie is about a dude, knockoff Paul Walker, that actually looks a lot like Paul Walker. Like, he could have been Paul Walker's stunt double.
Just no charisma.
So knockoff Paul Walker is a street racer, and he crashes into a car while street racing with his buddies, goes to jail for 5 years, and gets out of jail trying to make his life right. He gets out on parole. But the parole officer is a big old pizza, and he is forcing him back into the world of street racing.
For a reason. And this is not to catch street racers. There's nothing to do with, like, undercover anything.
No, it's money, I guess.
He just wants money.
Yeah, so...
And control.
At the same time that this guy's trying to figure that out, he ends up volunteering at a clinic that supposed to be like a physical therapy clinic, but it says urgent care.
And industrial clinic.
Whatever that is. So he goes to this clinic to volunteer, and lo and behold, the kid who was in the car that he crashed into, who is in a wheelchair, is there for physical therapy for his legs. And so he gets involved...
After 5 years.
So he gets involved with trying to help this kid recover while building a relationship with the kid's sister. And then that all goes about as well as you would expect it to.
When the dad sees him and goes, he's the one who hit you and put you here, and hits him, and then things go downhill.
The dad punches him right in the face, which is probably the most realistic thing I've ever seen in an Asylum movie. In that, like, the guy who put your son in a wheelchair shows up trying to, like, talk to you at the clinic where your son is doing physical therapy. Like, that is the most believable reaction.
And at the same time, the parole officer is getting him to street race, but it doesn't give him a car or money. But it gave him a job at a dump.
Yeah,
place.
Junkyard.
And he gets a car, races. Of course, the first place he goes is exactly where his friend / now rival / enemy antagonist of the film goes, and his girlfriend, who apparently wants to hit on him and sleep with him all the time.
Knock off Ryan Gosling.
And they ultimately have a race against him at the end, and wins, and rah, people are happy, except for a parole officer, who comes out very angry and gets hit by a car.
Which was pretty hilarious, honestly. The look on knockoff Mickey Rooney's face was Mickey Rourke's face was pretty good.
And then they all live happily ever after. Main character gets with the guy's sister. The other guy,
the kid's sister.
The kid gets to drive a go-kart, and they set him up with a girl, I guess, at the end.
To teach him how to go-kart drive. Yeah.
And, they live-ish, happily ever after-ish.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Honestly, the plot and even the dialogue in this movie is not bad.
It fits exactly the genre they were doing.
Yeah, it's fine. The problem is the budget and the acting. These actors are... It's like they went out and pulled them off of the street.
The actors are pretty much all terrible. And the ADR is like they do most of them. But I think they forgot half of the lines when they were filming, because when they ADR'd him, like there's literal whole scenes where people are,
Yeah,
and there's nothing coming out.
It's not quite as bad as it was in the. Oh, we never actually posted the video for the for the hitchhiker. It's not quite as bad as the ADR on the hitchhiker, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, there's a lot of lines in this movie that you just can't. You have to like lip read
because they never ADR'd him. They're just not there.
There's nothing.
And like I say, the worst actor is probably the dad.
Yeah, he was not good. The conversation.
He's like budget John Candy.
Budget John Candy.
Like Wish.com.
John
Candy.
Yeah, every actor in this looked like another actor.
But some of them are at least Temu or Sheen. He was Wish.
He was Wish.com. Yeah, that's really about it. I think that the worst was probably him and the girl fighting when she finds out that he's the guy that hit her brother. It's supposed to be like this super emotional scene, but like there's no emotion in her voice whatsoever. I think that's probably the best one.
And then the editing, this movie's all over the place. Like there'll be times where these cars are racing, and you'll see one pull in front of the other one, and the next shot is the one that was behind is now winning.
Yeah, and the first race you can see that he actually lost, and they had to record it again because the way it's edited.
And the accident is glorious because the accident, they're swerving around this suburban thing, yeah. And they swerve off the road. Next shot though, that suburban's now in the middle of the road, empty,
already beat up and empty,
and they hit it, and it like collapses.
Yes,
doesn't roll, just collapses in on it. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, this wasn't very good. It wasn't one that we could like make fun of the whole time we were watching it. We were just kind of
watching. Hear half of it.
Yeah, so it's kind of a dud just overall. It's down in the lower echelon of Asylum movies.
It's just there.
Yeah. Also, this movie is so like not great that there's no pictures on IMDb.
And most of the actors don't really have pictures either.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, honestly. But yeah, so that's our thoughts, and now we're going to go to the picker wheel.
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
Here we go.
Give us something good.
Jeremiah, you're asking the silent picker wheel. Come on, buddy. Wheel of Asylum. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the movie that we will burn. Jeremiah, you got what you asked for, buddy.
Every time they do classic literature, it's crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Three Musketeers. I'm excited. This was one of the ones that when we looked at we were looking at Sarah Malcolm Lane's amazing history, and we got onto the King Arthur movie that then led us to Three Musketeers, and yeah, I'm super excited for this movie.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
came out 2011, opposite the fantastic Paul W. Anderson one.
Yeah, Three Musketeers. Alexandra D'Artagnan, junior NSA officer, uncovers a plot to assassinate the President of the United States and enlists the help of three infamous international spies to stop the threat.
Starring Alan Reichens.
Awesomely, they actually
They
credit Alexander Dumas as one of the writers.
Oh, I wonder if it's just just like the Grimm brothers and Oscar. No, who was the one the Citizen Kane guy? They credited for a random movie.
Yeah. But yeah, Three Musketeers.
There were no photos.
What can we watch this on, Jeremiah?
Let's see.
JustWatch.com.
Three Musketeers, 2011.
You want specifically the one that's the number 3. There it is.
It is available on Peacock,
Vudu,
Tubi, and Crackle.
And Plex. So it's available wherever you can watch fine movies. That looks amazing.
I bet the cover is entirely accurate.
Entirely accurate.
Pretty sure exactly what we're going to get with great action.
I'm very excited about this one. But yeah, so with that being said, Three Musketeers next week. And, okay, thanks, bye.